everybody, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to finish my review of the Tuxton Tactical inside the waistband holster. I got sent this holster, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that, and I've been using this holster ever since. I took it for a range session this weekend. I was probably at the range, I don't know, between 3 and 4 hours. Used it the whole time there. I've carried it every single day I've had it, and 2 weeks may not be, week and a half, 2 weeks may not be, you know, a full year or 6 months or anything like that, but I've been doing this a long time, and I feel like, you know, I can make a pretty educated decision on my previous experience with holsters and stuff like that. So we're going to do that today. First off, I want to show you how I've been carrying it. So it does come with this wing, and I'll show you what this is for the people that don't know here in a minute. But I did take this off because I don't carry appendix, and just because, you know, these holsters might be made for appendix or, you know, designed for that, doesn't mean you have to carry them that way. I've carried a lot of holsters made just like this way before appendix carry was even really a thing. So you didn't hear about appendix carry years ago. People still made holsters just like this, you know, kind of the same kind of design type thing, and people carried them at the 4 o'clock position. I got used to carrying that way. I think we all know how I feel about appendix carry, but if you carry appendix, I'm not trying to tell you not to. I just want to show you how I carried the holster. So here's how I carried it. Every day, just like this at the 4 o'clock position. The clip did hold it securely. You can see right here, I can draw the weapon just fine, no issues at all. Just pull the clip a little bit at the bottom, and then just slide the holster right out. So now we have it out, I'm gonna turn the camera down to it and show y'all, you know, how it works. I did just take this gun off, so I'd like to show you that it's clear. I'd like to. But one thing I want to show you is the glorious part about this. So let's say you come home just like I did, and you just took the holster out of your pants. You know, you use it for home defense, whatever it is, just like I just did. Now let's say you've been to the range or something like that, and you've carried it afterwards, and you've used your light. I tested this light probably 350 rounds. We'll do a light review here in a little bit, but that's not what this is about. This is just about the holster. But I do want to show you something about this. So you come home and look at this. I'm not, you know, covering my hand or anything like that. I never did stick my hand in front of the muzzle, and I can still charge my light. Take it back off. I still didn't stick my hand in front of the muzzle, and there again, I still did not stick my hand in front of the muzzle. So you can charge this light perfectly through this holster. That is a great design. Seriously, that's awesome. Especially if you are going to carry the PL Mini as your primary light. You can't get better now. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's made perfect for that. I will say that the Kydex is, I believe, an optimal thickness. I'm not exactly sure what thickness the Kydex is, but I do believe it is an optimal thickness for carry. It is just rigid enough that it doesn't bend and give much, but it has just enough bend in it that it was very comfortable to carry. I had no issues with this. Sometimes I even forgot this was on. A lot of times I carry a hybrid holster. I dare say I forgot this was on more than I do my hybrid holsters a lot of times. Seriously, I'm not just saying that. I would really forget I had this on. I'd be walking around and wouldn't even notice it, even though it was Kydex. A lot of Kydex holsters I used to carry at the 4 o'clock position would, you know, like push on me and have a hot spot or something and dig into my side or something. I never felt that with this. Now, if you take the gun out, you can feel the sweat guard here for the slide push into your body. But when you have the gun in it, it kind of covers that and blends in with it. So you don't have that issue at all once you holster the weapon, which this is very easily put on, you know, with the with the weapon in it. I'll show you that right now. I'll demonstrate. Now, one thing is, you know, I do loosen my belt just a little bit to make it a little bit easier, but you can just take it like such, slide it down in here just like I do, pop it right on, and that's it. That's all you need. And you just pop the little tab right here, pull it right back off. But like I showed before, it does have a good enough clip here, and the way it recesses, look at this. You can see how it recesses down a little bit here, and the clip actually recesses down with it. So it actually really locks onto your belt. Now I wear a 1.5 inch Aries gear belt. That's my preferred belt. I've tried a few belts here and there, not a ton of you know, carry belts and stuff. I mainly used to carry leather, and I went to this one. I researched forever, and this is what I decided with, and this works perfect with that holster with that belt. I had no issues with this wanting to come off. Now, back to this. This goes right here. So you take these 2 screws out right here and put this little wing on. And what that's for is, when you carry appendix, this pushes on your belt and pushes the grip of the gun back into your waistline so that it doesn't print, or doesn't print as bad. So carrying at 4 o'clock, I did carry this with a few days on it, and it did, you know, work just as well at 4 o'clock. But I will say it was a little bit more difficult to get this on at 4 o'clock with the wing on it than it was without, and it really kind of pushed it in tight. And I don't know, I chose to carry it without the wing at 4 o'clock. So you can just take this off, no big deal. It does have to have shorter screws if you decide to take this off. Now I have a ton of holsters, tons. So I have holster screws everywhere. So it was not a big issue for me to find a couple of screws just laying around that would work for this. So you do have to note that. If you are going to take this off, just take a couple of screws out of one of your other holsters, or go to Lowe's, they probably have them too, and just get you a little bit shorter screw and put in there. Or if you're going to carry an appendix, like a lot of people do nowadays, and like I said, I'm not telling you don't carry appendix, I'm just saying I don't, leave this on. And this is actually probably one of the best made little wings that I've ever felt. It is very, very stiff, and I really like the serrations in it. Like I said in the other video, the unboxing video, which I will link to the end of this, you can go check it out as well. I've actually took these that didn't have these in them and cut them in them, because this really helps the holster from moving around in your waistline. And like I said before, this is one of the best made ones that I've ever experienced. Some of them have been a little bit looser, and like I said, some of them didn't have serrations, and this is very, very thick and rigid material. It's not going to give on you, and the serrations will also help keep it in place. And look at this. There's I don't know if you can see this, there's a little ridge right there that actually helps guide this down into your waistline. And I've never actually really seen that before. Most of them just have the straight, and they will get caught up, and I think that's a good feature too. Overall, like I said, this holster was very, very comfortable. It still clicks into place just like it did when I first got it, which I do like that feature. It is secure, but as you've seen at the first of this video, I was easily could draw the firearm out of this holster, and the holster didn't come out. So it has just the right amount of tension for my Glock 19 that I use in it. Now you can get these, you know, for other models and stuff like that, other gun models, but I chose to get it for the Glock 19. Like I said, there is no sharp edges on this. I don't know that I've ever bought a Kydex holster that I did not modify in some way. I've barely bought a gun that I've not modified in some way. The only thing I did to this was remove this. That's it. I did nothing to the Kydex. I want to show you this. There's nothing impeding my grip. A lot of Kydex holsters will come up right here and will hit my knuckle. Nothing. So like I said, is perfection right here. And on the millwork and the sanding and the smoothing out the edges. Now I will say I've got a little bit of gouges and stuff in it just from reholstering the weapon at the range and carrying it and stuff like that and using it, that's going to happen. No matter what Kydex holster you buy, your front sight can hit, you know, different things can hit and you'll fray it up. But I will tell you, when I first got this, there was no sharp edges at all, and there are very few now, except for where, you know, my trigger guards hit, my front sights hit, reholstering it, other trigger guards hit, just stuff like that. And that's not bad, but it happens. I mean, you use a holster and that's what you bought it for. You will get a few rough edges just from where the gun actually hits the holster when it reholsters. There again, like I said, I highly recommend this holster. Check out Tuxton Tactical. I will actually link their website in the bottom in the description. Go check them out. Great guy. I've had some conversations with him back and forth. Seemed to be really great people. Was very nice when I got the holster. Asked if there was any questions I had, if there was anything they could do, just let them know. This isn't the only holster they make. They make other types of Kydex holsters. Like I said, go check out their website. I'm sure they have something that you might be interested in if you're in the market for a good holster. Then again, 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend. Love to be able to charge that light. Anyway, in this video, like I said, go check them out in the description. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.